For Best Analyst, judges are looking for you to describe what you do and how you measure your success. Here is a quick summary of the process. You enter detailed information online here, and judges from around the world score your entry. The top from each region in their respective category are invited to present in front of judges at one of our regional events. If you cannot present for any reason, you can't win. So please make sure you have permission to travel to one of our events. Details can be found on the events pages on Contactcenterworld.com. When you present at one of our events, you will need to buy a ticket for the conference, and we encourage you to attend as many days as possible so you can learn from other presenters, as you will have a chance to listen to their award presentation. Then on the last day of the event, we have a gala dinner and announce and then present awards to all the entrants. The gold, silver, and bronze winners all receive an award and a medal. Runners-up, which are those who placed fourth, all receive an award to take back. Then the gold winners are invited to compete at a higher level in Las Vegas in November against the best from around the world. Here the standards are even higher as the cream of the crop compete head-to-head. Again, you will present and be required to attend the event. As with regional events, we announce the winners at a gala dinner on the last night and crown the gold winners best in the world. It's a fantastic process because you are not just competing but benchmarking and learning at the same time. Plus, the fact it's truly global adds even more value to the credibility behind the awards. So good luck, and we wish you success. All information provided is kept in confidence between Contactcenterworld.com, you, and our judges. We do not share any specific entry information with anyone else. Note, when you first enter, we ask about your company and the contact center, and some of this is published when we announce finalists and where we have questions about the center, such as hours of operation, industry sector. This is shared only on a consolidated basis. For example, all call centers are added together so no one center can be identified, but no data from your entry is otherwise shared. It is very important that you do not include your name, clients, or customer names, your company name, or any brand name that could identify you or your company to judges. Judges should not know who you are or which company you work for, so do not include anything that gives away this information in your entry submission unless we specifically ask for it. In those cases, it's to help us manage your entry and not for judges to see. In cases where we allow you to upload extra information, for example, photos, PDFs, and even videos, it is really important that you make sure they do not contain your company name, logo, clients' names, or any other name or reference that can give away who you are. Remember, judges should not know who you are at all. We recommend you write out all the answers before you post them, and do a full spell check to make sure there are no errors. Also, if English is not your first language, it may be helpful to ask someone else who speaks and writes English very well to take a look and help with any last-minute corrections before you submit your entry. We start by asking some standard questions about the industry your company operates in and about the center. On some questions, we ask you to pick just one option. Others, as many as are applicable. So please be sure to tick the correct boxes. We then ask about your job title, role, and your responsibilities. In this section, please start by writing out your job title, but make sure you do not include your company name in the response. When you describe your key role and responsibilities, make it detailed enough so judges will understand exactly what you do. Avoid using any abbreviations or acronyms. Do not use things like IVR, but write it in full. For example, interactive voice response, as this will help judges who may not be familiar with acronyms you may use in your part of the world. When you detail responsibilities, be specific. Answers like, "I manage a team," is not helpful. Be specific and clear so judges will know exactly what you mean. Where we ask about areas you are personally responsible for, only tick the ones that you are definitely responsible for. For example, are accountable. And don't just tick any you think may impress a judge. When we ask about what you consider the attributes someone needs to be successful in the role, talk from your experience and what you think makes you very successful. It also helps if you share specific details and explain why you think these are important. If you can also relate it to something you have done in your present job, that may help. We ask about achievements in the last year. Please be specific and include details of what you have done and the results. If you have been involved in a project and not led the project, state that you supported it. If you led a project, state you led it and detail the results and why it was important for the company. When we ask about lessons you have learned, we want to see what you have done, the result, and what you learned in doing this. If you just state a lesson and don't explain what happened, a judge will not fully understand, so always make it clear. We ask about the most important part of your job. Tell us what you think and detail why you think it's important. If you can share examples, that helps judges. We ask about metrics that are important. Here, judges want to know what you think are the top ones and why you feel they are the most important. This is all about what you in your role think is important. Explain so judges can understand how you see information and like to use it. We ask about additional information for this award entry. Judges are looking for you to sell yourself. They don't want a one-word answer. They want you to convince them why you are the best and should compete in the finals. Treat this like an interview, and you really want this. So explain why you are better than anyone else in your company and one of the best in the region. You can summarize points you made earlier, as well as add additional information that we may not have even asked for. It's your last chance to convince a judge. Lastly, we ask you what you will share if you were to be named a finalist and invited to the awards to present in front of judges. Think about what you would present and how. Although this question is not judged at this stage, it should reflect your entry submission and cover the really important things that set you apart from everyone else and why you should win this award.